Hi everyone, I'm Jared Cox here at Searcy Municipal Airport where I first learned to fly. And I wanted to shoot here today because this morning, as I was on my way to the office, I was driving down the road and I realized that I was gripping the steering wheel at least 2, maybe 3 times tighter than I needed to be, as if my truck was just going to go off the road unless I squeeze it like that. You ever catch yourself doing that? It reminds me that whenever I was learning to fly, the most difficult lesson to learn was to loosen my grip on the controls. There was more tension in my hands than I realized, but the tension in a pilot's hands moves the airplane off course. Tension keeps pilots from feeling what the plane is doing, if we're climbing or descending or if the wind is pushing us around, and before we realize it, we're veering off course. We aren't where we want to be. Well, right now, if you're feeling stressed, if you're anxious to get control, there's probably more tension in you than you realize. But the way to fly your course isn't to squeeze for more control. One of the ways pilots manage tension from stress or anxiety is by opening their hands. Very quickly after takeoff, pilots start making adjustments to the plane so that they can relax their hands and fly with just 1 or 2 fingers. But sometimes, when new pilots are under pressure or they're anxious, they don't recognize how much tension they really have in their hands, and they don't recognize that they're squeezing for control when they ought to be making adjustments. And that makes me ask, in your life right now, if you're feeling stressed, if you're feeling anxious, do you recognize the tension that is in you? Are you squeezing for control and it's moving you off course? Are you squeezing for control instead of making adjustments that you need to make? At my office, whenever I'm under pressure, if I'm about to see a patient who is very afraid, or if I'm about to have a conversation with someone who is very anxious, I remember this lesson from whenever I learned to fly. And in the few seconds that I have to walk down the hall before I go and see them and have that difficult conversation, or see that person who is really afraid, I open my hands. And I really appreciate what that does for both of us. Because even if it's just for a few seconds, if I can check my own tension, I can reset my mind. I can be at my best, ready to be open, to give, and to serve. It's great for me, it's great for them. So here's the question. What does opening your hands mean for you? Maybe it means you physically open your hands so that your mind is ready to give to those around you. Or maybe it's something less tangible. Maybe it means that you invite more input. Maybe it means you share your ideas. Maybe it means that you welcome bigger challenges. What does opening your hands mean for you? It is the way to fly. Hey everyone, thank you so much for being here with me. If you like this video, please subscribe and turn on your notifications. And thanks in advance for sharing this with your friends. I make these videos because I want to see change. When I decided to go into dentistry, never imagined what it would teach me about fear and anxiety and about people, and it is so good to be able to bring that to you. I know you struggle. I do too. I know what it's like to live with high standards and high expectations, and I know how it feels when it seems like no one else relates, and I know how hard it is to find people who will be real and talk about it, but I will. You can count on that from me because here's the truth. Having the courage to really live is up to us. So let's keep talking and come see me on drjaredcox.com.